Hello, Libra. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. But first, we start out here with the activation of your reading. You are witnessing it, you are hearing it, you are communing with it, and it is communing with you. Now that we're in that space together, I will tell you that this reading is being done on December 10th, 2025. I only give you that date so you can reference when it was created. If you are watching this days later, weeks later, you might want to know what was going on that day. So, we have the Ace of Discs. Every reading I like to just kind of pull a card to see what is the energy of the reading going to be like. So we know we're in the earth, man. We're right in that dirt. The prima materia. The original stuff. This is what makes up everything, right? In the alchemical processes, the beginning, the earth is not purified. The earth contains all. So then we begin the work. We begin to, well, what do you do with dirt? You go through, you till it. You get all the stuff kind of broken up. You go through, you rake it out. You get all the things, the rocks, the roots, the little fragments of wood or old things that used to be there. The metals. You get them out so that you can create a soil that will bring forth the best quality life that it can. And so we are. We are beginning with new soil. And that is always such a blessing. It is also a lot of work. And that's where we're at. We're going to be doing the work. So let's see. We're going to turn, and we're going to line it up. Libra, I have missed you so much. I know. I have been on live stream trying to do it every day. I'm actually going to go live stream after I film this reading. And I haven't been doing as many readings. Well, I haven't been home. Okay, I haven't been doing as many regular general readings for the channel, I should say. So when I get to do them, I'm super excited. I love being here with you. I appreciate you. And I just, dwelling within the energy of a Libra is one that's really balancing. As long as things are going well, right? Pretty well. Here's the thing about you Libras. You guys aren't really known as being super aggressive. But man, I do not want to get on the wrong side of a Libra. That's for sure. That is for sure. All right, let's get started. Also, if you want to support the channel in any way, liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment, those are all engagement things that really, really help. Also, I just love hearing from you. Why don't you just let me know what you have going on? Are you getting ready for the holidays? Have you already done holidays? Do you do holidays? I am in my peak of the year, Saturnalia. Now, some of you might know I am quite fond of the Father. A lot of Saturn work, a lot of shadow work in this life cycle for me. So I honor Saturn every year, multiple times a year. But yeah, Saturnalia is one of the better. And now I'm going off screen here. So let's get started. I'm like, my arm wanders as I move around. I'm sorry about that. So we'll bring it up here into focus. And I want to begin with this feeling of, we have almost like a horse riding by night. We have somebody sitting up here. It looks almost like it is in a carriage. You can see the horse's nose like right in there. It almost kind of also looks like, Yeah, the night desert. We have, it looks like the skull of a steer of some kind. We have a dog running around, kind of greeting this incoming traveler on their carriage or chariot. So what does this kind of mean? What are these symbols, right? The chariot, we know, is related to a very Cancer energy. And to me, this is like Cancer in its most active form. This is a sense of obsession, of just absolute fortitude, being very, what's the word? Endurance. A lot of endurance, very locked in, right? Let's use some grind set lingo here. Getting real locked in, right? Going complete, winter arc, complete warrior. You are in training, right? You are just absolutely full force ahead. Okay, so this is the energy, and this is the one that is arriving. Now, we are being met with the dog. What is the dog? The dog is loyalty. The dog is devotion. The dog is a best friend. Now, we also have the skull of the steer. Now, I don't think that this has anything to do with you exactly. I think that this is actually somebody within your life, and I think probably a Taurus or somebody who had a maybe a bull totem, or what do they call it? Like a spirit animal, whatever that means. No, I'm kidding. I know. I kid about these things a little bit. My family's native. So we have, we have whole-on quests. My father, when I was a kid, went on a retreat, which he did often, went to the sweat lodge and had himself some visions. And one of my first totems was actually the bison, the American bison, or what people call the buffalo, right? And this still holds true. Also, my, lunar Chinese zodiac is the ox. So, yeah. All kind of makes sense. So, I feel that this person here definitely has or had the energy of the bull. Now, I don't think that they're part of your life anymore. And in fact, I feel like in this work that is happening now, you are returning from your wilderness, your desert. You have been out there by yourself. Yeah, out there by yourself, feeling alone, but not necessarily lonely, because you have been focused on the interior work. Okay, you remember in the story of Jesus how he kind of disappeared for a long time. They said he went out in the wilderness. Well, what does this mean? What does it mean for somebody to go into the wilderness? Now, some might say this is like the dark night of the soul. The idea that we go through these periods of time where we've had loss, we might be in grief. Things have maybe not transpired in the way that we had hoped, but not in like a little inconvenient way. In a fundamental, I'm not living the life that I had hoped for, right? And you can get into these places where it's almost melancholy, a blueness, depression, listlessness, disenfranchised, depersonalization, all the things. Feeling othered, alienated, disenfranchised. Did I say that already? Maybe. Forlorn. And so I look at this and I feel like it's like you are arriving out of a time where you really intensely put in the work to combat this sense of feeling lost. Okay? Because you were in the wilderness. But you weren't necessarily in a place that... Now, it was uncomfortable, right? You were going through an ordeal. So it wasn't necessarily like the most pleasurable thing, but the good work was being done. So you almost kind of have to like look upon these times in fondness. I know I do. I do. I probably romanticize it a little bit, but I had a few years of complete isolation. And it was hard. But I had to do the work. And this was me in my wilderness. I had lost a lot of people. I had a near or an NDE, I guess you should call it on... Can't say the D word here. Try not to. Although we do have the card, right? So I avoid it when I can. But I had an NDE, my second one. I was in my Saturn return. And I lost a lot. I lost everything, honestly. If I'm going to be honest, between you and I lost everything, including myself. Which was one of the big blessings of my life, I'll tell you. It was very painful, and I didn't see it as a blessing for years. But I did. I went into the wilderness. And now, you know, I've been out for a few years now, too. Coming up on 10, almost 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. And that time, that was so painful. And I was so alone. That time, to me, is like I don't know how to even, like not a beacon, but it is a bright light in my life. That when I am wavering, I look to that time and I say, you know what? I survived all of that, including many years of other terrible things before. I've survived every day of my life against huge odds. And so why can't I? No. Why can't I just fold the dang laundry? But I feel like this is kind of the same energy you're in. You're looking at your life. You're looking at all this stuff that you've been through, the work that you have done. And what can stop you now? You are that best friend to yourself, that dog that is meeting this hard work. You've been out there. And maybe you're coming into a place where you feel more stable, consistent. Things are growing for you. Where you are putting your attention, there is manifestation, there is attraction, there is abundance. You are working in that earth energy. You are making this manifest. You're making this life abundant for yourself. And most importantly, you have the devotion to self. And I don't mean the ego. I don't mean the personas or the personalities that you have. I mean that higher thing. That divine thing that you are. Even if nobody saw it. Even if everybody thought you were crazy. That's not who you are. Yeah, that is who I am. And watch me become it. Watch all of this fall away. And watch me become what I am. And that's where we're at. You've been devoted to yourself, Libra. You are becoming that, I know, cheesy, butterfly. Moth. Maybe a moth. I'd rather be a moth, man. But, well, not the moth man. I'd rather be a moth, comma, man. It's important, right? Punctuation. I don't like punctuation. I never use it. But yeah, it does matter. It does matter. All right, let's turn this thing. We have the letters TC. TC. Now, we also have a knight on a horse. Or it actually looks like it looks like a moose. It looks like a big old knight on a big old moose. And you can see the head looks like a moose head right there, right? So we have not only the chariot, but now we have the knight, right? The knight. And yeah, I'm going to have to say this is also an earthen energy. So we definitely have the Knight of Discs. You are mastering the qualities of your life that you are interested in developing. Your work, your money, your career, your household, your relationships. Now, I have to say, we have the number 26. You can see it right here. 26. 26. And now we also have, it looks like the lobster. And we have a person carrying the letter N. We also, this person carrying the letter N. And then we have a person sitting over here who is the Empress. Okay, so to me, and why do I say that? Because she's seated. She's seated and meeting with, there's holding an audience. Okay, so this is the Empress in my estimation. So we have the number 26. We have this moose energy. Now, a moose is a beautiful animal. They're also, you know, like other large animals, like the bison, like the bull, will stomp you out, dude. They will stomp you out. They're nice. They're cool. They're like chilling, doing their own thing. I'm trying to eat, have my kids, do whatever. But if you come up at me, you should know what's going to happen. And I feel like that's a full Libra energy. No offense. I don't think you're aggressive. And that's not listen, I love a Libra's vibes, right? One of my bestest people in the whole world. Libra, she's my niece. And now she's, a young adult. So it's even more fun to like have this super smart, just so like, I know I'm gonna sound cheesy. She's so curious about the world, has her loves of things, bro. But if she's not into it, she doesn't mess with it. Just nope, not wasting my time on that. I love that energy about you Libras, is that you do your thing, and if somebody keeps testing you, just know. Also, I don't think it's like you hold grudges, but like if somebody ever like really like in a fundamental and serious way does you wrong, or you get just like a ick vibe from them, never again, right? Never again. You just don't mess with them. So I definitely love that. Now, that moose energy fully feels like that. So I feel like this like discernment that you have, this like you will set boundaries, dude. You will set boundaries, but you're also understanding. You're a sweetheart, of course. All Libras are. That's why you can be so mean, because you're so loving. You like have such a good heart. When somebody is like not careful with that, dude, you are gonna protect yourself. Absolutely. So I feel like this is a place where we have the Knight riding this energy, It's about mastery of your reactions. Like, you are learning that this is a big power for you. You are strong. You are not a pushover. Not at all. And so this is an important time for you to lean into that. Okay? Now, I feel that there's somebody in your life who is really trying to sell you on something that I don't think that you know like, I don't feel like you really are trusting in it. Like, you're like, okay, nice to hear this, whatever. It's almost like being at a Tupperware party. Like, you might be like me. I'm going to stick a piece of foil over it and put it in the dang, fridge. Hopefully nobody gets, like, botulism or whatever. I don't know. Salmonella. No, I'm kidding. I mean, kind of. I use plastic wrap, not tinfoil. So, you show up at a Tupperware party and somebody's trying to sell you. And listen, go buy Tupperware if you like Tupperware. Absolutely. If I could bring myself to spend that much money on something, I would do it 100%. But then if you're like me, which you're a Libra, so you probably are somewhat more frugal like I am, you're sitting there thinking, okay, $30 for one bowl with a lid, right? Where could I could, go to the grocery store and get one of them. You know what I mean? So I feel like for you, you're in that same kind of like, this is not, the math ain't mathin', honey. Right? The math is not mathing. Now, this is somebody, I think, that has a name that starts with an N, probably. This might be at work. It might be in your private life, like a family member or something. Just 100% stay resolved. Don't try to be nice. I know it's the time of year. We're all trying to go out of our way to be nice with people. Bruh. The other part, we just need to like bring it in, listen to ourselves. We're all doing too much. We're all doing too much. Hear me now. We are all doing too much. It's okay to like not do so much. It's okay to sometimes say, no, I don't want to do that. No, it's cold. I don't want to pay $50 for a bread container, like, we're doing too much, and it's okay to reel it in. So when you get that moment where you're like, this is what she was talking about, when your kid's asking you, can you watch the kid? Can you watch all 5 of the kids? You know what I mean? For the next 2 days, and you're like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I can't, and you want to be nice. Sometimes we got to set them boundaries and stick to them. And I think, this is the time. We got to reserve some energy for all that is coming. And what I mean is the holidays and the new year. And then, dude, we're already skiing right into, anyways, in America, tax season comes quick. I mean, it's so much. All right. Let's take a look. Again, with the lobster energy. And this is the big, I'm clicking. This is it. This is the big battle here, is staying out of the funk, dude. Staying out of the funk. Do not let yourself sink. I mean, sometimes you just do. I mean, I have, I'm diagnosed with quite a few things. And a lot of it is just, it goes together, right? I'm neurodivergent, on the spectrum. ADHD. Not just the PTSDs, not that that's any less. Of course, that's like a, I have the real, like, do you want to tell people this one? The CPTSDs, right? And the depressions. Ooh, boy, do they, and I get it. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, where did I wake up? This is not, this is a very gray world I'm in right now. So I get it. But if you have any sort of, pull in the situation, stay the course. Do the things that will keep you out of the funk, right? Even I'm up in the tundra, the northern Midwest, way up there near Canada almost. And vitamin D deficiency is a real thing. Not some ploy to get you to buy stuff. Number 8. First one, 8. You got to do what you got to do to, getting the little light boxes, 84, supplementing, whatever it is, right? And this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, is just making sure that you're going through all the checklists, 23 of what keeps you going, right? It's different for each of us, but definitely lean into whatever it is you need to do, because that funky lobster is hanging around. Lobster is from the moon card, and it is a sense of sorrow, sadness, forlorn, all the, pulling you into that dark side. No, not going. Get out of here, lobster. I'm going to have a bisque if I have to. Anyways, I know I'm laughing at my own jokes all day, every day. Also, gosh, will you please not? Please don't. Please don't. There we go. I can't handle it. I saw something the other day where it was like, geez, what was it? It was like somebody was like, I'm not picking it up. It's just too much today. It's just too much. Today, it is too much. And I was like, bro, I feel that in my heart of heart and heart. Leaning over to pick up one more thing. Do you know how many things I have to pick up every day? I'm not one more thing. It's too much. You're asking too much at this point. I'm done for the day. I'm going home. Anyways, I love you guys. Libra, you are the bestesses. Please take care of yourself. If you want to subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, again, we'll talk soon. Good night. Good night.